Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Memo wakwa aba edeba PENDREAM TV, so make sure say obe subscribe to channel no click the bell so say the news to also on sabet me aka in time no wati. Kevin Taylor na abebo ababonten then they were to be amani Osafo Marfo any Prof Steven Addai paranya asempetwa. Na die ntina Kevin Taylor ababonten ya okeka bi kire sankofo yi. Ochirema Mahama any Ghana for china say edwendwen oman ho na omutwire ade bi afre no 40 years old planner. Ghana omufo nyina ato adwene de go book mu se senke be ya omanpanyini bia betena akonya ne so onko saa womanim na ne niam omakunchire se bebo oman no na by 40 years time no Ghana for oman no asi be bia ya nyina ye ne beje ho no MPP ene saa mpenifo amebo amudin bare no omabeka ne pinse saa woma no omfa nya adwuma no chirema saa woma we ya na Mahama sa 24-hour economy ya si wabeken enumu na efiri eba na nyama bebre o ma eye pan anka o mampanyi bia ba so no yisu bia ebema Ghana edru pempen so aye nyina ehwe menka sepi yanko ne yanko ti nsem aka entela eka fast anwoma no ho ene Osafo Marfo ne Prof Addai.
The last time I catch a picture of the National Development Plan. Now National Development Plan no eno ene ekohu eye John Dramani Mahama any NDC for eco lefty a year 24-hour economy. Remember, National Development Plan, no, it was put together by Ghanaians. Ye about together and say your plan be 40 years no eno na yebedi so ediebu yaman. Inti anya NDC for nkwana jitum MPP, CPP, PPP, Taylor for, Mason for, Soldier for, Security for, Police for, year inter for, any Atlanta for. Ye nyina etina say sa 40-year development plan we eno na Ghana yebeden ye ba behwe ho diebu yaman. Emu na John Mahama asakofa a 24-hour economy na ba no. Na sa plan we no from 2015 and John Dramani Mahama NDC for initiative yes Ghana for baby edu there you see more hospitals, you more roads, you try say you be build it, you be open this country up. Let's have a plan going forward. John Mahama 2015 the initiative and also initiative a year this National Development Plan no 2018 and officially plan started say ye juma. Now sa National Development Plan we no na idea be ebe Ghana because in the next 40 years no irrespective of government ebeba and as a party ebeba power no there is a framework everyone is supposed to work with so that we will have a national idea say okay a woman say party ebeba baby but the national idea they all see nyina ye benefit nyina de ebe irrespective of regional ebeko east ebeko north it does not matter as far as nyina ye kan adwuna bom say e will say you build a kuro no efa efa pem bi so no we have to do that. So this was introduced in 2018 and the reality was supposed to hit in 2057 and no na nkasa 40-year plan no ye betumi accomplish it as a nation. And no na John Mahama ko mo okaka say no, we have started working as Ghanaians, we want to build this nation yam piki been from na yam fan Ghana. So if you have seen the NDC always work within or they have been working within the National Development Plan. When it comes to America, they have the National Development Plan. Uko UK omobi, Germany omobi. When a country does not have a National Development Planner, and then the map politicians be ban or be din kwasiasem, and they say kufuado, oba oni strategy bia, oni foresight bia, he's just fooling himself. Okwana kotam sika planting for food and jobs. Oba no one district, one factory, because there's no plan. Into omotam ye sika na no maseno. But when there's a plan, what happens there? You'll be forced to work within the plan because the legislature, that is parliament, will see to it that the plan is being adhered to. You need to work within the plan. It's because the NPP moved away from the plan. That is why till date, after almost 8 years, they have not been able to build one regional hospital. But National Development Plan, we need to be building regional hospitals. Why haven't they built one? They need to be building what? They need to be building the economy, making sure that we have buffers, stock there. You see, 70 years, CVB. And it's a John Dramani Mahama mo, to say, the funds, different funds are. Say, we can go in there and take money. When these people came to power, something happened. In fact, when the NPP came to power, this is what Osafo Marfo said about the National Development Plan. Yeah, Osafo Marfo, government won't follow 40-year development plan. Or say MPP for Oma Bino Omundiso Siato with your 1932 ni meti nyinewu enche bi onu subewu on baby odi ababedu Osafo Marfo ni age group for no Oma child 7 years omu nyina abewu. But this man, instead of him to think about the next generation in the next 40 years, he said the NPP government will not follow the plan. Omoba power na sam kokurafo wi ya catch them. And yes, tan obi anase yembu obi o. Oni ye any utterances any de obey na be kire se we jimi anase onumnyansa. Yembu anase me yembu. Osafo mafo mo ba no. Ade a ye ne Ghana fo nyina ya tena se adwene wo said this is how we want to move the nation. Osafo mafo and his crooks, his cronies. Osafo mafo was born in 1932. Osafo mafo was born 1932. The bond of 1844. Ya wo ekufuado ane ya wo Osafo mafo de wo ekufuado. We mu no omo ye tetetabu wo, they are TTB. Omo adwene ni nya adwuma biem. Now when you read what Osafo mafo actually said, this is what he said. Mr. P, Mr. S, monitor the time for me. I'll try and get into parliament very soon. Okay, I'll do that. So, when you look at it critically, this is what Osafo mafo said. And remember, the National Development Plan, no, before I go into Osafo mafo in some, no, Obiti baby can say, Kevin Taylor boy, or sorry, I know Akofa, I'm sorry. Kevin Taylor boy, or sorry, I know Akofa, paper be able to TV, no so, or that uncle for National Development Plan, that being, Omoboa, Mahama time, no, Yanya Bibia. Now, let me show you evidence, facts. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC and the Ghana for when the National Development Plan was launched. This is John Dramani Mahama. Messias, you have it for me. That's it.
To other major news tonight, and President John Mahama says Ghana's new 40-year National Development Plan will be an opportunity to turn around the fortunes of the country.
Launching the process to begin the coalition of ideas, the president noted the document is crucial in ensuring the country's development agenda is not derailed.
The 40-year development plan would streamline policy direction for successive governments, irrespective of their short-term policies. In the past, new governments hardly continued with policies and projects of governments they succeeded. But the new policy direction, which would be implemented from 2018 to 2057, is intended to promote continuity. Chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, Dr. Kwesi Botre, says grassroots consultations would be made to ensure an all-inclusive policy.
We do not aim to impose an iron grid on all successive governments, whatever party they belong to. On the contrary, we aim to establish a framework within which these parties can, every 4 years when they are in power, forge their own medium-term plans within the overall scope and ambit of the long-term plan.
Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress, Dr. Kofi Asamoah, welcomed the move, but was quick to push for a policy that pays key attention to the welfare of Ghanaian workers.
They need to protect jobs and ensure effective co-determination policies in the world of work, and they need to avoid privatization of its own on its own sake or for its own sake based on purely ideological considerations.
Director General of the NDPC, Dr. Ign0re Thompson, in his presentation explained successive governments would be bound to take inspiration from the 40-year plan for their 4-year tenure. President Mahama said the 40-year policy would serve as a roadmap for all governments.
Together, today, we're taking a clear and collective decision not to repeat the mistakes of our past. With the launch of this process, we commit to taking a critical look back to our record of national development, drawing important lessons from our achievements and our challenges alike. It is a process that should afford us opportunity to have honest and open discussions of our aspirations as a people and what we need to do to realize these aspirations.
He touched on specific areas the development plan would be targeted.
1, the economy. To make the economy transformative, inclusive, and resilient. 2, the society. To make the society equitable and tolerant. 3, our communities. To make our communities safe and sustainable. And 4, our institutions, to make them strong, effective, and efficient.
The launch is to kickstart the process of coalition of ideas across the country before its implementation in 2018. The first National Development Plan was implemented from 1920 to 1930 under the British colonial government.
So now you see, it was actually launched. And so all of them are acting as if nothing has happened. All of them are sitting in Ghana today. 99% of the people who were present are still alive. So ask yourself, Osafo for the NPP for about power 2017. Why didn't all these people come out to say, you guys have veered from what we all came together collectively to basically stay in and build our nation? You see where the problem is? Penifo mo Ghana no dodo no mo ya kromfo ahemfo ni bi ewifo impenifo na mo di enim no, they don't want to speak the truth. Enti ya launch ya frantoma ya hema ahemfo impenifo statesmen dien obiati obi, young men and women, they've all lived through this, and the Akufo-Addo administration for 7 years ultimately built one regional hospital. Still have people sitting on TV and saying defending Akufo-Addo, defending Bawumia, defending this reckless, faulty people calling themselves MPP4. These are faulty individuals. They have actually retrogressed this country back like 30 years. And there was a government, there was a president who was willing to work within a frame that we have all come together collectively to put together. So why are we sitting here today asking, say, Bawumia, Addai, Omer president, because when they came to power, the first person who is the leader of these big mouth society called a political party, Osafo for one MPP mu power within 92 to 91. Or see, they will not go by it. Foolish man. And they came with what? Free SHS. And let me tell you something. Free SHS. Under John Dramani Mahama, in his State of the Nation in 2016, John Mahama made it clear that free SHS comprehensively has been admitted, and that it had started. And I just say, there's a video I play here, and John Mahama launch free SHS, but I'll also show you in Yanyankase record, State of the Nation in Parliament. John Dramani Mahama referred to Ghanaians and said, free SHS comprehensively, it's active now. This is what Osafo said. And you might think, say, Osafo, and this is what Professor Addai said. Ghana needs a 10-year development plan. Yeka 40 years, no. This man, watering man, nanu so say, Eden, anoma sanga, anoma jerino. Honestly, Beka saying, honestly say, we don't need a 40-year plan. We need a 10-year plan. You see, and these people are all alive today, and they are all part of this government. Now you understand where we are coming from. Now you understand where we are coming from. These are the people who have brought us here. Collectively together now. A 40-year development plan. This Professor Addai, because he wanted his foolish account for party to come to power, no, he was sitting on the fences and saying, we don't need a 40 years. We don't need a 40 years. We need a 10 years. 10 years. And then when this government came to power, these old devils, they took appointment and they started defending the Akufo-Addo's foolishness. They defended Bawumia's lies. Today, they are not speaking. They are saying that, oh, the country has failed. It is MPP NDC. It is not MPP NDC. The country is here today because of the foolish ideas you, these MPP people, you always have. You don't want to collectively be part of an idea. Mom pesa ba buama krona achichire. Into tiem kwasiafo no say MPP ni NDC pe we Jimmy. These are the fools of the Abedruha. And every day I keep telling the young people of Ghana. So what is obi better like I say Ghana MPP ni NDC I can't say we Jimmy. NDC has done nothing wrong. When you look around the nation, hospital papa bia wa Ghana bia NDC le see. When you look around the nation, how can you say MPP and NDC are the same? Are you crazy? And these are the people working on TV and radios now and saying NDC, MPP, am I disappointed? NDC has not disappointed anybody. NDC, they have worked within the plan. They have served the people well. They have done their part. The foolish MPP, we have retrogressed like about 40 years. These are the fools. and on Ghana. And when you question, no, and you know the government, because some say, na they acting. Na no so kwasiake kansa na da bebedru. Let me show you. In 2014 State of the Nation, this is what John Dramani Mahama said about free SHS.
Mr. Speaker, the most expensive segment of our education system is the second cycle. We promise to rationalize fees in secondary schools in order to reduce the burden on parents. The Ministry of Education, after extensive stakeholder consultations, advertised a uniform list of approved fees for second cycle schools. Parents are advised to report any head of school that charges fees outside of those on the schedule published by the ministry. Further to this, the Ministry of Education has prepared a report on the roadmap for a progressive introduction of free secondary education in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, I'll take that again. Further to this, the ministry, following consultations with stakeholders, has prepared a report on a roadmap for a progressive introduction, and mark my words, I said progressive introduction of free secondary education in Ghana as required under the 1992 Constitution. This roadmap will be presented to Cabinet for approval and subsequent implementation. Under the guidance of this roadmap, we can anticipate that fees for day students will be abolished at an estimated cost of 71 million Ghana cedis in 2015-2016 academic year.
Now you hear, this is 2014 State of the Nation. John Dramani Mahama Ign0re Kacha Ghana for say free SHS progressively 71 million. Those times has been pumped into that. And the free SHS progressively no koso 2014. Now kofu nam Ghana free SHS now no munsi school omunim sibia esi school. Omunum sibia ye extended teacher training into a degree. They don't know how to build a teaching hospital. They don't know an idea. In 2014, John Dramani Mahama Ign0re Ghana for him or Parliament can say free SHS progressively, and then they trick it progressively. You will answer for any oba dwemba. Obia to me wiadwe, and so etia so more ding and to me wiadwe. And yet obia ne betumi esua akanyansa sem. Obia to me kasa. So he made Ghanaians understand, and we sat in Ghana and man kwasi for the slogan free SHS, free SHS. Oh, see, yeah, free SHS, no, it was there. Free SHS was there. Mahama launched free SHS. We all saw it, Professor Nano Pokwajiman. Yeah, who schools no see, you know, teachers were there, chiefs were there, everybody saw it. And Uncle Foy Baye, Mahama nye bibia, free SHS no boy, ye na ye be free SHS, and then the costing. This is how John Dramani Mahama launched free SHS. Na ye nyina eti kroma, we saw it.
The singular honor of declaring the progressively free senior high school program duly launched. And I don't know, I believe that this intervention will bring significant relief to parents and households. Beginning this academic year, we are removing fees for all day students attending public senior high school. Under the progressively free secondary education program, government intends to make going to secondary school free through a progressive absorption of the costs that are currently borne by students and their parents. We will eventually get to the stage where every senior high school student will have the opportunity to go to school free. But it does not eliminate the responsibility of parents in caring for their wards. I wish to challenge our chiefs and elders to support the effort of government by ensuring that children, especially girls, enroll in school, they stay in school, and work hard in this school and come out with results that can push them further up the educational ladder. For purposes of clarity, let me announce that the following fees have been cancelled for all day students in Ghana in all public senior high schools. And these are examination fees, library fees, entertainment fees, SRC dues, science development fees, science and maths quiz, sports, culture, ICT, and co-curricular fees have all been absorbed by government. In addition, the Ministry of Education has received funds and approval to recruit an additional 9,300 new teachers to staff the new schools that we are commissioning.
Unya Vice President Onim Nyansa, these things are easy to do. And Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, a solid brand. A solid brand. It is a brand that is tough for anybody to touch. Me say, progressive free SHS. John Mahama wa adwene no na Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman ti ene to be cause so. For say ankanya maami we onim sa nyansa ne sa de we needs to be done progressively. And John Mahama nya Education Minister Jimmy Tisan Apo. And I say Akoya Kentria. And because yenye ni sisi ya abro munsi akukubu kura. But because Nana Opoku-Agyeman was smart and intelligent and an educationist and knows the consequences of implementing such a huge program, one time, she said, no, John, I know the love you have for Ghana and the young kids, but let us do this progressively. Yenyan kakra. Yendin kansi schools, and sana sebio yama day students na start na ya toto nyama ye kura isika samu nisro sa. Into our Vice President Onim Nyansa de Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, tell me you are going to get it wrong. Ewo say with education, you will not get it wrong. You will get it right because Onim every single thing about education and how consistently and gradually you can make it better. And until the here, I buy air top pasco, air school for because I buy Jimmy. Nana dan kweku fuado eko abruchire mabruni busan say free SHS now opesa obeyeno. Ubenya sike free he. Kachire also per free SHS or per president yen tomau. After this video, you go into the parliament bribe. Now broni busano also abetna ha bo suit oseko wanu wi abetna ha. Kachire obi eti abemu a oye ne progressively o si school dan o ma day student kakra awofo mo ho kire omo wo de o send ya wo be nizi a usika no konya no wen we ene kufu kan 2016.
People, it seems to me, from reading a lot of stuff in the Ghanaian press, want to know is where exactly is the money going to come from next time around if you're in power for some of the very extravagant promises you've made. You, for example, have offered free secondary schooling for all Ghanaians. A promise you say you absolutely will deliver in 4 years in power. So have you costed it? How much will it cost?
The costing is being done. I mean, very soon we will be in a position.
You can't make a promise like that.
No. Very soon we're going to be putting it out.
You don't know how much.
I do know how much, but I prefer to tell the Ghanaian people directly before I tell you.
Many of them absolutely will deliver in 4 years in power. So have you costed it? How much will it cost?
The costing is being done. I mean, very soon we will be in a position.
You can't make a promise like that.
No. Very soon we're very soon
deliver in 4 years in power. So have you costed it? How much will it cost?
The costing is being done. I mean, very soon we will be in a position.
You can't make a promise like that.
No. Very soon we're going to be putting it out.
You don't know how much.
I do know how much, but I prefer to tell the Ghanaian people directly before I tell
you. Busan say, free SHS na okoye no. Obi wo ukroma your friend Mahama oye ni sisia but oye ni kakra but odi otia se obe ni nyina one time na obe den na wenye sika abon ho bra also the costing odi midru Ghana me chira mo chira Ghana for na bro say BBC so na wote no the whole wiase e na wote yi obi ankoda BBC nie o pese wiase te wonsem donors be boawo Ghana for to basem we BBC e so chen ni media house in Ghana e ku for say men kan chiro Ghana for ejimi for me kwa me dada omo. Ever seen there? Do you know the costing of free SHS? Do you know? There was no plan from day one. The guys are foolish. They didn't have a plan. They have no idea about governance.